والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين سيما الإمام المنتظر الحجة الثاني عشر روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفداء. أما بعد، فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى بكتابه المجيد والفرقان الحميد: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما. صدق الله العلي العظيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Right, so okay, just give me 1 second. I just need to get a file on the screen. Okay. Now I'm going to do a revision of the concepts within this book, and inshallah I'm going to use this handout which I have. I'm going to ask Sister Sukaina Karamali, can you come on the mic, please? Sister Sukaina Karamali, can you come on the mic? Right. Would it be possible to have then Narjis Darsi? Can you come on the mic?
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum assalam. So if you can read some of these things here. So in the English language, there are 8 parts of a speech, namely.
Yeah, noun, word, adverb. Should I do like noun and pronoun? Like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection.
Okay. And in the Arabic language, there are 3 parts of a speech: ism, noun, fi'l, verb,
and verb is particle.
and then
But
in the nouns itself. So these are some of the nouns which we have covered already. If you could read them: ism,
is noun. Okay.
Zamirun.
Zamir. I painted it out now. Okay. Zamir, pronoun.
Correct.
Not, sifat, adjective. Sifat
Adjective.
means adjective, you know, you describe the thing. Okay.
Exactly. So like when we said Zaydun alimun, alimun is the adjective of Zayd.
Zaid, yeah, okay. Zarf, adverb.
Example being in Arabic, example of dharf,
Adverb, yeah.
like qabla, before, ba'da, fawqa, and tahta. These are examples of adverbs.
Okay.
Ismul
Interjection.
fi'l we haven't done yet, so I'm not too concerned with that. Verbs, we have done verbs already, the past tense verbs. We did kataba, we did all of the 14 forms of kataba. And particles is harfu jar, prepositions. Prepositions, like, give me an example of a preposition in the Arabic language.
Preposition. It, see?
No,
It.
In, over, under.
in Arabic. No, these are English words. I want Arabic words.
Fi,
Okay.
ala.
Fi, Allah, yeah.
Yes, fi and ala, correct.
Tahta.
Tahta, no, tahta is an adverb.
Okay.
Thank you. Now, the next thing we did as well, I taught you about fatha, kasra, dhamma, and sukun. These are the actual vowels in the Arabic language. And then we also spoke about proper noun, indefinite and definite noun. So kitabun, kalamun, these are indefinite nouns. It has a dhamma tanween at the end. And to make it into a proper noun, you add alif lam. Al-kalamu, al-kitabu.
Yeah. Okay.
And since ism cannot at the same time be definite and indefinite, tanween and alif lam do not coexist. So you cannot have alif lam and say al-kitabun. it will be either kitabun or al-kitabu. Correct?
Yes, 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 yes.
Brilliant. And then, thank you, Sister Narjis. Let me just choose someone else now. Then we have tanween. Tanween is also used with proper nouns, Muhammadun, Khalidun, Zaydun. Even though there is a tanween at the end of these proper nouns are definite. So in the Arabic language, you have proper nouns where they are names of individuals. They do have tanween at the end, but they're still proper nouns and definite itself. Right. And then I mentioned to yourself, Dhamma al-kitabu and kitabun, Muhammadun al-babu and babun. So Dhamma, fatha, could be fatha tanween or a fatha tanween or fatha by itself. Al-kitaba, kitaban, and so forth. Kasra, al-kitabi, kitabin, Muhammadin. Now, when the last letter of a noun has a dhamma, it is said to call marfu. So when it has a dhamma, it could be of two types, a dhamma tanween or a dhamma, and the state of the noun is called marfu, marfu'un. And in English, it's called the nominative case. Mansub, when a noun, the last letter of a noun has a fatha or a fatha tanween, ra'aytu, I saw, Muhammadan fi souk, I saw Muhammad in the souk. It's called the accusative case. In Arabic, it's called mansub. Kam dular indaka, how many dollars do you have? And then when it has a kasra, it's called majrur. It is called the genitive case. So, for example, as-sa'atu ala sariri, the watch is on the bed. Right, so that's that. Then we learnt about, okay, let me choose. Can I have on the, can I request Shala Anjum? Shahla Anjum?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Now, we learned in this book one as well, nominal sentences, and there are verbal sentences. What is a verbal sentence and what is a nominal sentence?
I cannot see properly.
Okay, right. Okay, I'll explain. Nominal sentence is a sentence which starts with a noun. For example, when we say Zaydun alimun, Zayd is knowledgeable. This is a nominal sentence. And a nominal sentence has two parts, mubtada and khabar. And Fatima alimatun, Fatima is learned. When you have mubtada and khabar, you have two parts. The first part is called the subject, and the second part is called the khabar, the predicate. And there is no particle in the Arabic language which represents is. So there is an unspoken is between the two words. And the word alimatun, which is Fatimatu alimatun, this alimatun, which is getting a dhamma tanween, this dhamma tanween is the actual tanween which gives it a relationship or makes a relationship between the two words. Fatima to alimatu. Fatima is knowledgeable, because if you see the word Fatima and alima, it makes no meaning. Fatima, knowledgeable.
Yeah.
To create that relationship, two nouns together, the alimatun is getting a dhamma tanween because there is a relationship with Fatima and alima. The word Fatima or the word Zaydun, it's getting a dhamma tanween because there's a ruling in the Arabic language. Any noun which comes in the beginning of the sentence will be given a dhamma tanween because it is the subject of the sentence, meaning the noun which starts the sentence. Therefore, it gets a dhamma tanween. That's the reason Zaydun gets a dhamma tanween. Alim is getting a dhamma tanween, not because in the beginning of the sentence. It is getting a dhamma tanween because it is having a relationship with Zayd, and this relationship in the English language is represented by is.
Yes.
Is that clear?
Yes.
Sister Parveen Naqvi, Sister Kauthar Naqvi, Sister Saida, is this clear for everyone in the class?
Yes, thank you so much. Yes.
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 Has it made things clear from before, or it's just a refreshment of everything?
Can I
Refreshment.
ask you, sir, please?
Very
Yes.
Can I ask you
clear.
something?
Go
It's
ahead.
Fatima too. Can I ask something, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Fatima to Alima to, because it's getting only one Zamma because it's a te marbuta and it's a proper noun.
Yeah. No, it's a
Yeah.
diptone. It's a diptone. Diptones do not get the tanween, and is a proper noun as well. So diptones do not get the dhamma tanween. It should be with the dhamma tanween, but because it's a name and it's a diptone, diptones are nouns which do not completely decline. So that's the reason why it's Fatima too.
Oh, what the word that you used? Sorry.
Diptone. It's a diptone. Diptone is a type of noun in the Arabic language which do not get tanweens itself.
Okay.
Okay, that's the reason why.
Mhm.
And then
Thank
we
you.
have al-waladu dhakiyun. So here, al-waladu is with alif lam, and it's coming in the beginning of the sentence. That's why it gets a dhamma, and it's a subject. Dhakiyun is the khabar. And then al-bintu jamilun, the daughter is beautiful, subject and predicate. Right, that's that. I'm not going to do this. I'll do this because this is quite important. Sister Kauthar, can you come on the mic, please, for a second?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Sister Kauthar, now, can you
Yes.
conjugate for me Nasara? Nasara. Nasara means he helped. Can you do the 14 forms for the past tense?
Oh. Nasara.
Do you need help? Meaning that, would you like to see a PDF file on the screen with all of the 14 forms?
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'll give you the haba, and that will help you to understand
Sure.
what needs to be added.
Zahaba.
Do Nasara, not pattern.
Oh, yeah. Where is Nasara?
Zahaba, he went.
Zahaba, he
No, I
he
want
went.
you to, yeah, go do the haba first. Go ahead.
Okay. Zahaba, he went.
Mhm.
Zahabu is plural,
Yep, they all work.
and Zahabat is feminine
Mhm.
for use for like girls, for
She went.
females. And Zahabata,
They all went.
Zahabat means they went. Zahabana,
No, the
they
habna.
all went.
The habna.
Zahabna, they all went.
Anta.
And Anta Zahabat,
No, anta dhahabta.
Anta Zahabta, you went, or he went. No, you went. Anta mean you. You went. And Antuma Zahabatuma,
Antuma.
Antuma Zahabatuma,
No,
we went.
dhahabtuma. No,
Zahabtuma,
antuma
sorry.
dhahabtuma.
Zahabtuma, you went.
No, you both went.
Two went.
You both went.
Okay. Antum Zahabtum, you went all. You all went, or you?
Mhm.
All went.
Anta Zahabti,
Anti dhahabti.
Anti Zahabti, you
went. Female.
you went for, like, we use for females.
Yep.
Antuma Zahabtuma,
You.
You-
Went.
you both went.
Correct.
Female.
Antuna Zahabtuna,
You all females went. So, Sister Kauthar Naqvi, unmute yourself. Kauthar Naqvi, can you unmute yourself? Right, Sister Parveen Naqvi, can you come on the mic? Sister Parveen, Saida Parveen
Ji,
Naqvi.
Assalamu alaikum, Maulana.
Walaikum assalam.
We are using one phone unmuted and one just to show the ID.
Okay, no problem. So, Dhahaba, can you start from Dhahaba?
Okay, Zahaba, he went,
Mhm.
one male. Zahabna, two
Start from Huwa
female.
Dhahaba, Huma Dhahaba, Hum Dhahabu. Hiya Dhahabat, Huma
Huwa-
Dhahabata, Hunna
Huwa-
Dhahabna.
Okay, Huwa Zahaba, he went, one. Huma Zahaba. Two went, Tasniya, Hum Zahabu, they all went.
Excellent.
Plural. Hiya Zahabat, she went.
Mhm.
Huma Zahabta, they
Dhahabata.
two. Zahabata, they went two. Tasniya. Hunna Zahabna, they all went females. Anta Zahabta, you went one male. Antuma Zahabtuma, you went two male. Antum Zahabtum, they all went. Plural for males. Anti Zahabti, you went one female. Antuma Zahabtuma, you went Tasniya. Antunna Zahabtunna, you went plural for females.
Correct.
Ana Zahabtu, I went. Nahnu Zahabna, we went.
Excellent.
Both for male and female.
Excellent. Excellent. Right. I'm going to ask, let me just change the slide. I want to do the other slides instead. I think that'd be a better one. Sister Parveen Razai, Assalamu alaikum. Can you come on the mic, please?
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam. Sister Parveen, I'm going to use a different slide and I want you to practice this. Just give me 1 second.
Okay.
I want you to go through the verb dhahaba, the past tense, which means he, just 1 second. Sorry, dharaba. So dharaba, let's do, just 1 second. Let me find, where is it gone? There it is. This one, let's do kataba first and then we'll do another one. Kataba means he wrote.
Kataba. Okay, wait. Huwa kataba, he wrote. Huma kataba, they both wrote. Male. Hum katabu, they all male wrote.
Correct.
Hiya
Katabat.
Hiya katabat, she wrote. Hama katabta, they two female wrote. Hanna katabna, they all female wrote. Anta katabta, you male wrote. Antama katabtuma, they two male wrote. Antum katabtum, they all male wrote. Anti katabti, you female wrote. Antuma katabtuma, you both female wrote. Antanna katabtunna, you all.
Antunna.
Antunna katabtunna, you all female wrote. Ana katabtu, I wrote. Nahnu katabna, we wrote.
MashaAllah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sister Aisha Afridi, can you come on the mic?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Can you do dharaba? He hit.
Daraba. Okay. Huwa daraba. He hit. Huma daraba. It's dual.
Yep.
They hit.
They both hit. Yeah.
They both hit. Hum darabu. It's plural. They hit. They all hit. Hiya darabat. She hit. Huma darabta.
Darabata.
Huma darabata. It's again dual. They both hit. Hunna darabna. They all, it's a plural, they all female hit. Anta darabta. You male hit, singular. Antuma darabtuma. Dual, they both hit, male. Antum darabtum, they all hit, plural, male. Anti darabti, you hit, female, singular. Antuma darabtuma, dual, you both hit, female. Antunna darabtunna, they all hit, female. Ana darabtu, I hit. Nahanu darabna, we hit.
Excellent. Jazakallah. Can I have next on my Sister Farida?
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam. Can you do Fataha for me, please? Fataha means he opened.
He opened. Okay. Yeah. All right. Wa fataha.
He opened.
Yeah. He opened or you opened.
He opened. Who was there?
Yeah. Huma fataha. Huma fataha is they open.
Correct.
Hum fatahu is they all opened. Here fatahat is she opened. Huma fatahata is they opened. Hunna fatahunna is they all opened. Anta fatahat is you open. Antuma fatahuma is you both opened. Antum fatahatum is you all open. Anti fatahati is you female open. Antuma fatahatuma is you both open. Anta fatahatunna is you both open. Ana fatahatu is
No. Antunna fatahtunna means
Yeah.
you both females opened.
okay.
Antunna fatahtunna.
Yeah. And the next one is ana fatahatu.
No, ana fatahtu.
Ana fatahatu is I open.
Yep.
Nahanu fatahana is we opened.
Excellent.
So now, Sheikh, how do you remember all these things?
Repetition.
No, but now it's not possible at this age to remember all this.
So, inshallah, practice will make perfect. So there's nothing to worry about. I will practice more and more, and the more you practice, the better it becomes part of the second nation, inshallah. So nothing to worry about. If you write, the best way of writing them and learning them is that if you write this table out, if you write them out, write next to it the English huwa kataba, he wrote. Huma kataba, they both wrote. Hum katabu, they all wrote. Hiya katabat, she wrote. Huma katabata, they both wrote. Hunna katabna, they all females wrote. Anta katabta, antuma katabtum, antum katabtum. That's how you memorize it itself. So you repeat, listen, and write.
I see. So book 2 will all be there, all these things in the book 2?
No, in book 2, I'm revising at the moment book 1, and this revision session is will lead me towards present tense. So next thing I'm going to teach you in book 2, as soon as I finish the exam of book 1, I'll be starting the present tense, teaching you yaktubu, yaktubani, yaktubuna, taktubu, taktubani, yaktubna. I'll be teaching you present tense itself.
I see. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Right. Next person I would like is Sukaina. Sister Sukaina Karam Ali. Are you there?
Yes. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Sister Sukaina, I want you to do the verb alima.
Okay.
Alima means he knew.
Alima means he knew. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Huwa alima, he knew. Huma alima, they both male knew. Hum alimu, they all male knew. Hiya alimat, she knew. Huma alimana, they both female knew.
Huma alimata.
Huma alimata, they both female knew.
Correct.
Hunna alimna, they all female knew. Anta alimta, is you all, you male knew. Antuma, you, antuma alimtuma, you both male knew.
Excellent.
Antum alimtum, you all male knew. Anti alimti, you female knew. Antuma alimtuma, you both female knew. Antuna alimtuna, you all female knew. Ana alimtu, I knew. Nahnu alimna, we knew.
Sister Sukena, have you done any Arabic before?
Yes, I do a lot of practice with Mafati. I've done a little bit of that. And I have an app on my phone. Let me tell you what it is. I play that a lot. It's like
I could tell that the way you've been conjugating, you did it quite comfortably. So you haven't been struggling. So that's the reason why I knew that you're doing quite well.
yeah, Quran Hero. I do a lot of Quran Hero as well.
Right, Quran here actually.
Yeah.
That's mashallah. That was really good.
Thank you.
Right. Okay. Next person I'm going to ask is going to be Sister Kauthar. Can you come back again? Sister Kauthar Naqavi. Sister Kauthar, are you there? Okay. Right. Let's move on.
Yes,
Okay.
Maulana.
Okay, you're there.
Yes.
Just give me one
Yes.
second. Let me get the screen back on. I had to change the
Oh.
screen. Right. I want you to do Alima again, please. Alima, which means he knew.
Okay.
Huwa Alima.
Huwa alimu.
Alima.
Huwa alima. Huma alima. Hum alimu. Hiya alimtu.
Hiya
Alimatu.
Alimat.
Hiya alimat. Huma alimata.
Correct.
Hunna aliman.
Alimna. Alimna.
Alimna. Hunna alimna. Anta alimta.
Correct.
Anta
Antuma. Alimtuma.
Antuma alimtuma. Antum alimtum. Anti alimti. Antuma alimtuma. Antunna alimtunna. Ana alimtu. Nahnu alimtana.
Nahnu Alimna.
Nahnu alimna. Sorry. Nahnu alimna.
Correct. Jazakallah, thank you. Let me change the slide and go to the next one now. Give me 1 second. Okay. I'm just going to explain a few more things. So, verbs. Now, every verb has a doer. Now, the verb huwa dhahaba, there is no suffix which is attached to it which represents huwa. So, in Arabic, we call it mustatirun. Mustatirun means hidden. So, the pronoun this dhahaba is a 3-letter verb, and the pronoun huwa is hidden in dhahaba. There's no suffixes attached to the verb dhahaba which represents he itself. It's hidden. When we go to huma dhahaba, the suffix is the alif. Alif is the sign of dual. And in hum, which means they, dhahabu, the alif and the waw, and the previous letter having a dhamma is the sign of plural masculine. Hiya dhahabat, she went. The ta is the sign of feminine. This is a suffix. And the sign of it being the fa'il is mustatirun as well. So dhahabat is a sign of female, but not a pronoun which represents she. It's just a sign of feminine. So the fa'il is mustatir like huwa. Then huma dhahabata. In dhahabata, ta is the sign of female. Is a sign of female. Alif is the sign of dual. So that's the reason why we say huma dhahabata. They both females went. Then hunna dhahabna. So remember from the sixth form, the last letter of the three-letter verb becomes with a sukoon, and you add a noon with a fatha at the end. Dhahabna. Noon is the sign of plural feminine. And from the sixth onwards, all of the remaining 8 verbs will have the third letter or the third radical will be with a sukoon. And you add ta, tuma, tum, ti, tuma, tunna, to, ana. Ana dhahabta, you went. Ana antuma dhahabtuma, you two went. Antum dhahabtum. Anti dhahabti, you one female went. Antuma dhahabtuma, you two females went. Antunna dhahabtunna, you all females went. Ana dhahabtu, I went. Nahnu dhahabna, we went. Is that clear now? Is that clear?
Yes.
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 Right. Right. Sister Sister Parveen Naqvi, can you come on the mic and explain what's happening here? Kitabuhu, kitabuhuma. Sister Parveen Naqvi.
Ji, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Okay. Kitabuhu.
Yes. Can you explain what's happening here?
Okay. Huwa kitabu.
So first of all, explain huwa, huma, hum. What are they? And now what happens when it's attached to a noun?
Okay. Huwa is for he.
Correct.
But when it is attached to kitabun, it will be kitabuhu.
Excellent.
His book. Huma, kitabuhuma. For tasniya, their book. Hum, for plural male. Hum will attach with kitabun. It will become kitabuhum. Their book. Hiya, kitabuha. Hiya is for female and ha is for female. So when it the ha attaches to kitabun and it will be kitabuha. Her book, huma, kitabuhuma, for 2 book for 2 females. Book, their book for 2 females. Hunna kitabuhunna, their book for plural females. Anta kitabuka. So anta is your for one male.
So let me explain one thing. So huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Anta, antuma, antum. Anti, antuma, antunna. Ana, nahnu. These are the detached pronouns which represent people who are performing actions. Now, when you are going to attach any of these pronouns with any of the nouns, they are abbreviated. they are abbreviated, they are changed. Huwa changes to hu. Huma remains huma. Hum remains hum. Hiya becomes ha. Huma becomes hum. Hunna remains hunna. Anta becomes ka. Kitabuka. Antuma becomes kuma. Antum becomes kum. Anti becomes ki. Antuma becomes kuma. Antunna becomes kunna. Ana becomes a ya. Nahnu becomes a na. Now go ahead now. Kitabuha.
Kitabu. Okay, kitabuha, her book. Kitabuhuma, their book for two female. Hunna, kitabuhunna, their book for female plurals. Kitabuka, your book for one male. Kitabukuma, your book for two male. Kitabukum, for their Kitabukum, your book for plural male. Kitabuki, Kitabuki, your book for one female. Kitabukuma, your book for two female. Kitabukunna, your book for plural female. Kitabi, my book. Kitabuna, our book for male and female. It is used for both male and female.
Excellent. Is that clear now?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, I have memorized ha, huma, hum, but not like thinking that it is abbreviation for hua, huma, hum. I don't know what I was thinking, but I try to memorize them separately.
Yeah. So if you use a noun,
Now, now it makes more sense. That ha is who is the abbreviation of hua.
Correct. And this happens with the nouns as well. So you remember now, I can explain this column as well, which you understand now. Now, fi is a
Fi kitabihi.
No, 1 second. Let me break it up.
Because
1 second.
Because
fi is a preposition.
Yeah.
This is coming before kitabuhu. So because the ba has a dhamma, fi is coming before it. Now it changes to a kasra. Because it's a preposition. Preposition, whenever they come before a noun, they change the harakat. So it becomes fi kitabihi.
Yeah. So kitabuhu will change into kitabihi because fi is her jar. So that will give kasra to kitabuhu. So it will become he. Fi kitabihi, his book, in his book, kitab fi kitabu kitabihima, in their book for two male, fi kitabihim, in their book for male plural, fi kitabiha, in her book one female, kitabihima, in their book for two female, fi kitabihinna, in their book for female plural, fi kitabika, in your book for one male, fi kitabikuma, in your book for two male, fi kitabikuma, fi kitabikum, in your book that is for plural, fi kitabiki, in your book for one female, fi kitabikuma, in your book for two female tasniya, fi kitabikunna, in your book for female plural, fi kitabi, in my book, fi kitabina, in our book.
Excellent. Is this clear for everyone?
Much clearer now. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Is this clear for the rest of the class as well? What's happening here now?
Yes, inshallah.
Inshallah, we will understand, or inshallah, we will understood. There's two inshallah.
No, I did understand. In fact, I memorized it too. I hope I don't get nervous, but I did memorize the whole table.
Go ahead.
Which one do you want me to do?
I want you to do kitabuhu.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay. Kitabuhu, kitabuhuma, kitabuhum, kitabuha, kitabuhumma, kitabuhunna, kitabuka, kitabukumma, kitabukum, kitabuki, kitabukumma, kitabukunna, kitabuna.
Kitabukunna, kitabukunna, and kitabi, and kitabuna.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I hope I did memorize it correctly.
Alhamdulillah, that's right. That's perfect. Perfect. Okay, let's move on. I'm not going to do this. Skip this, skip that. Now, the other thing we did as well in this book, it's mudaf, mudaf ilay, possessed and possessor. Do you remember that? Right, I'm going to ask next person to come on the mic, Sister Narjis Darsi.
Yes, Sheikh.
Baytullahi, right? So, Baytullahi. What's happening here? Baytullahi.
Allah's house.
Allah's house. So what is the ruling of mudaf and mudaf ilay? Do you remember, or do you want to go back to the book?
Because it is prescribed in the Allah, it's belonging to Allah.
Correct. Let me go to the book itself because I think the book had a better explanation. Give me 2 seconds.
Sheikh, I was going to let you know, I think the best way to remember is the whose book, the book of Allah. So of Allah is Mudaf ilayhi and the book is Mudaf. That's how I was able to remember it.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Let me just find it again. Which page it is? Let me just get it on full screen. So it's this lesson here. Lesson number 6, yeah. Go ahead, sister.
Can't see nothing.
Can't see it now?
Nothing yet.
Okay, let me just give me 1 second. There you go.
Okay.
Go ahead. In this lesson,
In this lesson, we learn the following. Bilal's book. Kitabu Bilal. Kitabu Bilal.
Bilalin.
Bilal. Okay. The Imam's house. Baitul Imamin.
Correct.
Okay. You want me to say in Kitabu Bilali, the first word is the thing possessed.
Correct.
It is called Mudaf.
Correct.
The second word is Bilal, is the possessor, and it's
Correct.
called Mudaf ilay. Oh, means helping word. Okay. Note that the Mudaf takes neither the definite nor the indefinite article. So it is wrong to say Kitabun Bilalin. Okay, so this is wrong, and the other one is right. Or Al-Kitabu Bilali. The mudaf is definite by position and does not need the definite article.
So this is the most important point. Alif Lam and Dhamma Tanween. Kitabun and Al-Kitabu. Go ahead now. Can you go for the example?
Where should I start now?
So it is
So
wrong
it
to
is
say.
wrong to say Kitabun Bilali or Al-Kitabu Bilalin. Okay, mudaf is definite by position and does not need to definite article.
So we cannot add Alif Lam on the mudaf. Neither we can add Dhamma Tanween Kitabun. Both of them are correct, but Kitabu Bilalin is correct. The mudaf.
Okay, the mudaf ilay is the genitive case. It can have tanween as in the first example or al as in the second example. Okay, Bilalun and Baytu Bilalin.
So the second part, Baytu Bilalin is correct, or Baytul Imami. Imami, the mudaf ilay has Alif Lam. That's correct, okay?
So you can say in Imam's house or
Bilal's house. So the second noun can come with Alif Lam, not the first noun itself.
Okay.
Right, thank you.
C? Okay.
Let's continue. I'm going to choose next person to come on the. Who should I choose next? Sister Sukaina Karamali, can you come on the mic, please?
Yes.
Okay, give me 1 second. Let me just change the slide. So in these examples, can you tell me examples of mudaf, mudaf ilayh in these examples on top? A few of them, that'll be fine.
Okay.
Baitullah.
Baytullah. So Baytullahi. Baytu is the mudaf
Correct?
and Allah is the mudaf ilayhi.
Correct?
Rasulullahi. Rasul is the mudaf and Allah is the mudaf ilayhi.
Correct?
Means the messenger of Allah. Nasrullah, helper of Allah. Nasru is the mudaf and Allah is the mudaf ilayhi. Abdullahi, servant of Allah. Abdu is the mudaf and Allah is the mudaf ilayhi. Naqatullahi is the female camel of Allah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Naqatu is the mudaf and Allah is the mudaf ilayhi. Yawmul Faz. I don't know what this means. The day of
Yom, what's this?
Yawmul Fasli.
Yom al-Fasl, the day of separation.
Okay. So here the day is mudaf and separation is the mudaf ilayhi.
Correct.
Laylatul Qadr, the night of Qadr.
Night of destiny. Night of destiny.
The night of destiny.
Jazakallah, that's brilliant. That's fine. I'm gonna go then. Right. So the next thing I want to do is point number, this one here, let me find it, which one I want to do. Right, can I request, no more requests. Can I request Sister Parveen Razai to come on the mic?
Yes, Sheikh.
Points to remember. So this is a really important point which I need you to highlight. This one
In
here.
this lesson, we learn how to say this book in Arabic. We have seen that Haza Kitabun means this is a book. Now we learn that Hazal Kitabu means this book.
So what's
This
the
is
difference? So what's the difference with Hada Kitabun and this book?
Haza Kitabun. This the end of the matanwin.
Exactly. And also, Hada is the Mubtada, Kitabun is the Khabar, subject and predicate. But when we say Hadal Kitabu, then Hada and Al Kitab becomes a phrase. They come one word, and both of them together becomes the subject, the Mubtada. Can you see this book? There is no more is anymore. When Alif Lam comes, there's no more is between Hada and Kitab. Hada Kitabun, this is a book. But when there's Alif Lam, Hadal Kitabu becomes this book. Then it becomes an incomplete sentence.
Okay.
This is?
This is not sentence. To make it a sentence, we must add a predicate.
Predicate is the khabar. Khabar.
Predicate is a khabar, okay? This book is new. Hazal Kitabu Jadidun.
Is this clear now? So Jadidun, all khabar or predicate always comes nakira without tanween. So
Hazal Kitabu is the mubtada and Jadid is khabar.
Yeah, all khabar come nakira with tanween. Jadidun.
Jadidun, okay.
So these are examples here now. Few more examples. All demonstrators can be used to make this type of construction. ذلك الرجل.
ذاك رجل مهندس. That man is an engineer. هذه الساعة جميلة. This watch is beautiful. تلك الممرضة من اليابان. That nurse is from Japan.
Excellent. Jazakallah. Sister Kauthar Nakvi, can you come on the mic? Sister Parveen Nakvi, sorry. Sister Parveen Nakvi, can I request you to come? I want you to do the last one and then I will end the class here.
Okay. Okay,
Al-Baytu.
this one.
We have seen that.
Al-Baytu Jamilun.
No, let's read this. We have seen that the normal ending of a noun is U.
Okay. We have seen that the normal ending of a noun is U, sounding U, and it changes to I after prepositions. And when the noun is a possessor, for example, the house is beautiful, al-baytu jamilun. So tun changes into you, like you sound.
So here,
Bilal
let me explain.
is the
Let me explain. Al-Baytu Jamilun. So this is now Jamilun in the Arabic language. Jamilun is a single word. Jamilun is a single word and it's coming as the khabar of Mubtada Al-Baytu. This is the first part.
Al-Baytu Jamilun.
Yeah.
The Al-Baytu is Mubtada and Jamilun is khabar.
Correct. Now in the next sentence now this is this I haven't taught you before, but now I'm mentioning it now. Bilalun fil bayti. Now also when a preposition comes, prepositions never come as the subject, mubtada. They always come as khabar. So here, Bilalun fil bayti. If you look at the translation, you will get the hint and understanding now. So when we say Bilal is in the house, we are inserting the word is before in the house. So this implies that fil bayti is coming as the khabar, is coming as the predicate. So Jamilun is a single word. Fil bayti is a preposition, and with a noun is coming as the khabar. So these are the two types of khabar we are doing.
I see. Bilalun fil bayti. Bilal is in the house. So
Correct.
in the house, fil bayti is the khabar.
Correct. Correct.
Haza miftahul bayti. That is the door of the house. This is the door of the house.
No, key of the house.
Okay, I'm sorry. Key of the house. Sorry.
Yes. So here,
Haza miftahul bayti. So over here, miftah. This is complicated. Haza.
no, it's not complicated. Hada is by itself. Hada is the subject, mubtada.
Oh, okay.
Miftahul bayti. Miftahul bayti. What type of relationship does it have, or what type of construction is this?
Miftahul bayti is just like fil bayti. Miftahul bayti will be the khabar.
No. It is the khabar, but first of all, it's mudaf ilay. Miftahul bayti, the key of the house.
Okay, miftahul bayti
is the key of the house, and
key
of
the house.
The is inserted before key of the house. So key of the house is coming as the khabar. So these are the three types of khabar you can have in the Arabic language.
That is where I usually get confused a little because
I'm teaching you advanced level things in book 1, so don't worry about it. I'm just trying to put the stepping stones now so that when I start in book 2 and I explain this concept more in detail, you will understand. So that's don't worry about that. Just remember, whenever there is and after is there is some words, that will be the khabar. So that in English language, if you see is inserted between the two words, that is the khabar. So Jamilun is a single word. Miftahul bayti is a preposition coming as the khabar, is in the house. Hada miftahul bayti, this is key of the house. This is mudaf ilay, and it's coming as the khabar.
Mubtada and khabar. Mudaf ilay, mubtada and khabar.
Yes.
Double thing.
Sheikh, I wanted to ask a question.
Yeah.
If you can go to the first slide that we were doing, for example, Al-Kitabu, this one I got really kind of like for Zalikal Rajulun, where was it? Yes, Zalikal Rajulun Muhandisun.
Yeah.
Now, so in where Zalika would be the Mubtada and
No.
Rajulun.
No. So what would happen here? Dhalika rajulu. This is dhalika is a demonstrative pronoun. Yes, it's pointing.
Yes.
So ar-rajulu. Now, you know, in English, like for example, have you heard of the term substitution? Noun substitution.
Yes.
Noun substitution is literally means is that one noun represents the other noun.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
So, for example, when I say, for example, if my son's name is Muhammad Bakir, so rather than saying my name Imran, if you say Abu Muhammad Bakir came, and then you say Mudarris Imran Hussain came.
Mm-hmm.
So the word Abu Muhammad Bakir and Imran Hussain, both of them are referring to the same individual, but you're using different nouns refer to the same individual. That's called substitution. Noun substitution. Is that clear?
Okay, so Zalika is Mubtada and Al-Rajulu Muhandisu, that is
No. If you let me finish, then you will understand. So Zalika itself is Ismul Ishara, is the pointing noun. Ar-Rajulu is the substitute noun. So Dhalika, which is pointing towards that person. Who is that person? Ar-Rajulu. So this noun is a substitution of Dhalika, meaning that who this pointing is to. That's the reason why when the noun after Dhalika or Hadha comes to Alif Lam, the second noun becomes a substitution noun, meaning that it's explaining who that Dhalika is or who Hadihi is. So that's the reason why is removed between the two words. So that's the reason why we say that man is an engineer. So both of them together, the demonstrative pronoun and ar-rajulu is the subject, is the mubtada, and muhandisun is the khabar. Always the khabar comes without alif lam. It's indefinite. Is that clear now?
Yes, now it is definitely clear. I was really confused. Thank you so much.
No, you're welcome. Because this is a really fine point to understand that whenever after dhalika or hadhihi or tilka, the noun comes with alif lam, it becomes emerged with the subject itself. And the second word, which is after it, which will of course come without alif lam, will become the khabar itself.
Yes, now it's clear. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Any questions from anyone else? Okay, that's fine. So inshallah, I hope this session was helpful for everyone to get everything in perspective. We did adjectives, 3 or 4 lessons, so I'm not going to touch upon adjectives because that's the main things which I've covered today, inshallah. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum. اللهم كن لوليك الحجة بن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليل أين حتى تسكنه أرضك توعا وتمتعه فيها طويلة واجعلنا من أنصار وشيتك وجندك برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.